Hello and welcome back to Not Necessarily the Hamptons on North Shore Television. I'm your host, Michelle A. McDonald, and I'm so lucky to have my panel of co-hosts with me. We have a great show in store for you, as always. All right, we have joining us.
Hi, I'm Adrienne Davis. I live here on Long Island, have for a long time. I'm a new comedian on the scene, sort of. And my favorite holiday is Flag Day.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Evan Weiss next. So, I don't know why you give a whole bio every single time. What's wrong with you?
Because that's
Doesn't put
fascinating.
you in a home soon enough.
We're just gonna look.
You're just gonna look.
Just
Don't
gonna
worry.
I'm ready. I'm
We're filming
ready.
now, by the way.
Oh, no.
We're filming every time. No, we're just eating. No, we're not filming it. This whole thing's a reality show.
Lunchtime is later, Mrs. Davis. Lunchtime is later in the day.
Okay, ma'am.
Later.
I missed lunch. I missed lunch. Oh, my God. What are we having for lunch?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Again.
Bingo's at 4, and then
Moving right along.
I'm Andy Plajanos. I'm 5'10", 5'11" if you're actually asking me directly. Yeah, I'm awesome.
hi, I'm Devin. I'm 6'1", if you're okay with lying. And I'm also a Virgo, and a born-again virgin.
But I really got her.
Yeah, you're.
I love how it always throws you off.
It's like a commitment thing.
It's always crazy that you find out that I come on shows and I tell jokes.
The whole born again virgin thing, I just keep thinking of all of your lady friends.
And by all of, a lady being used very loosely in this situation.
Devin's a bit of a slut. Just saying.
Well,
These are nice women that I date. I date very nice women.
Nice is
Very
another word
nice.
for
Like
large.
I call them nice ladies. They're all nice ladies.
Hey, lady.
Nice plus size ladies.
and there's nothing. Okay.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Not that there's anything wrong with
Guys, everybody has their own preference and body types, and I think it's beautiful that everybody has a different type. I just think we can't call ourselves a virgin if you have a different girlfriend every week of the month.
Well, if we believe it.
But we're
Week of the month
getting.
is real aspirational for me.
Well, I think Devin's cousins are really hot.
Okay. And
Andy,
you know,
I agree with you that my cousins are hot. Now let's please get back to the show.
Let's move on.
I thought you said they were odd.
No,
Oh, no.
No, they're hot.
Okay,
Anyway,
Oh, they
guys,
are?
before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, I am
Is
just.
that what we're having for lunch?
It's pizza.
5 o'clock is lunch. 5 o'clock.
That's a really late lunch.
That's dinner. Okay.
Sorry. We
Or
had
at
a
least
late
dinner.
lunch today. Late lunch.
All right, guys. So I'm so super grateful, thankful, and blessed that we have this opportunity to be here and to share the next half hour together. So what I ask that you do is commit the next 30 minutes to me, your undivided attention. Please shut your phones off and put them into our grateful, thankful, blessed box to remind us how lucky we are. Let's be present. Let's live in this moment. And
Be the best us.
we're always the best us.
yes.
That's just,
I'm better than that.
there's always room for improvement.
True. For you guys.
So we all have little issues and little quirks with some type of things. Now, as always, what we do before the show starts, we go backstage and we pick out a topic from our teapot of terror, and we choose 3 topics to discuss throughout the show. Sometimes we get to all of them, sometimes we don't. And
Where
they're
was I when
all
you did this?
random. Excuse me?
Where was I when you did this?
You were locked
You were literally,
outside.
no, you were literally right next to her on your phone.
You were on your phone,
But-
you were eating a
But no,
Pino
that didn't
Vodka
happen.
pizza.
It didn't happen.
All right.
The Panella
Fair
Vodka
enough.
pizza, as
Fair
he's
enough.
like you want to do my show? Can you bring? Do you have 6 friends that'll come out?
I can't believe the 13th person is canceled on this show. Can you believe this? 13 people have canceled.
Can you do 5 minutes for $25? Thank you.
So, Evan,
I'm a comedian.
you're a hilarious comedian. You are a very funny comedian.
Boy, it sounds real sarcastic when you say it like that, Michelle.
He actually is funny.
Evan is a hilarious comedian. I think he's so funny. When was the last? Evan's hilarious.
Okay, let's bring it in a little bit, but sure.
All right, let's stay on topic. Come
Yes.
on back. So our first topic, we all have a little bit of issues here and there with food. We all have a food issue. What is yours? Why? Or like, what type of situations does this come up to be slightly inopportune for you?
Well, I'll go ahead and go first. I hate jelly. I hate jelly. I hate the consistency of jelly.
Does that has to do with that movie you
It has
saw?
to do with it does have to do with the Blob, which we will or have talked about before,
Oh.
depending on what airing you're seeing this.
You
But
just
also
reminded me of that.
mayonnaise, not a big fan. It's the consistency thing. There's something about jelly and mayonnaise that's like too similar, but I'm okay with guacamole.
Is that because there's more stuff in guac? Because the guacs are always busier. Like they have the chunks of like the avocado, and like if it's made proper and like well, it has like the diced red onions in it. So good.
Yeah, no,
Like how Pasito makes, I love it.
I try not to think about it too much, but I know it's a consistency thing. I even have a hard time washing the dishes after other people. Applesauce is terrible also. I hate applesauce.
What about apple pie?
No, cooked apples in general is not my jam.
All right. Oh, I love a good pun.
Oh. Oh. Yow.
Puddle it, puddle it.
Oh.
If this is going to be a pun show, I'm leaving right now. And I'm very serious about that. All right.
You're looking at me, right?
I am.
Okay, so we all love pizza, right? I love pizza. But my pizza has to be really hot and stiff.
We still talking about pizza?
I am.
Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry. Our brain's been somewhere else.
I don't know why there were other things that popped into my head.
What are you talking
I
about?
just had so many other things I was thinking about right now. Oh, boy.
And it's got to be a little like, it's got to be hot, and the cheese has to be a little like,
Curved.
crispy. Like those
Crispy.
little, where you get those little brown spots. Okay? Now,
That sounds like you gotta go to the doctor.
and so
I think
now,
your pizza's been through
to
different
bring it up a
ovens.
notch, you got to put crispy and hot eggplant on it. Okay?
She likes it
With-
dark.
With,
Yeah.
I do. I love it. Dark and hot.
Okay.
Pizza.
You don't have
So
to
when I
convince
order
me.
pizza, I tell the guy,
Sure, it's pizza.
listen, I would love a slice of eggplant pizza, but it's got to be hot and stiff.
This kind of reminds me of how I order my coffee. I like my coffee like I like my women.
Yes, I know.
Bitter.
Yes. Yes, and after they're done with you, they're double bitter, right? Is
Yes.
that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. So
Bitter?
that's my food issue.
Adrian, I
Yeah.
was just wondering, are you writing the first cookbook combination with also 50 Shades of Grey? The way you described the food
I don't like
was
my pizza.
sensual. I'm not even gonna say sexual, because it was sensual,
Well-
because I felt something for a little bit. Now,
You know that? She goes, I like,
can you talk
eggplant
can you tell me
about this
pi- can you tell me
big.
about pies next? I want to
Really
hear about some
hot.
pies for a little
Oh,
bit, please.
okay, pies. Pies I like warm, okay?
Oh God.
But warm pie could be cherry. I prefer cherry, but any kind of pie, fruit pie, berry pie.
Peach. It's the way to go.
Peach is the best
not my jam. But I like
Respect.
ice cream on it. So
A la
it
mode.
melts.
En français, à la mode.
A la mode.
À la glace.
Yeah, with
Avec
ice
la
cream.
glace.
So pie's got to be really warm. It doesn't have to be hot, hot, hot.
Andy, hold me for a second.
Yeah,
just
no. Your hands are so sweaty. So,
Any,
ow.
any other questions, David? What other food group would you like to talk about?
Oh, I'll ask you next week.
I got nothing
Stay
left.
strong. Okay.
Nuts are good too in there.
Ooh.
You know,
Who doesn't
almond.
like some nuts?
You know, almond, Swiss vanilla almond, right? That's an ice cream.
Is it?
Is it?
Almond,
That's so
That doesn't
fancy.
really fancy ice
That's
cream.
like so fancy.
I think we both.
or pralines and cream.
Yes,
There's
that's
Okay,
another-
pralines and cream.
Okay, so
That's
you
my
know
mom
that
used to
one.
get that, so we wouldn't ask for it.
I think
Pralines and cream.
that Swiss ice
That's
cream.
really
We all
good,
did a
like,
shared
what?
collective look of what on that one.
You
never-
had almond? All right,
Of
so
pralines I've heard of
we
it.
have nuts in them too.
I'm a pistachio
Uh,
guy.
You got to watch out where the nuts end up.
Well,
Well, because people have allergies and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
well, I
yes,
mean,
right.
You don't want them getting all over the place.
I'm not going to give nuts to.
It can get really messy that way, is all I'm saying.
I'm fine with nuts.
I bet. I'm not a huge nut fan.
I don't think we should give nuts to everybody just left and right without
Yeah,
their
I'm allergic.
consent.
Are you
because
Are you allergic
2019.
to nuts?
No.
I always have nuts in my house. Oh, like,
I've noticed that, Michelle.
I'm trying to go.
Respect.
Every
Respect.
Thursday night at the pig house.
I'm trying to go with
it's
the.
actually the funny farm. We may call it the funny farm now.
Trying to go with the.
Oh, that
metaphors.
factory, maybe.
You always have nuts at your house. There's four. You have 4 of them meeting right here to do a show. Now,
That was funny
That was very cute.
and true. But now we're just missing the.
Evan, I know that you have a couple of things because of our friendship. I know you don't eat cheese and you're lactose intolerant.
I eat cheese.
But you told me that you don't like things with cheese. Whenever I'm like, do you want
Like
this? And you're
what?
like, I don't like cheese. What
No,
did
it depends on the type of cheese.
The pasta.
What pasta?
Was it the, I think it was the ravioli with the garlic and oil
Well,
with
it's,
the
if it's like
mozzarella on top?
You're not a ricotta?
grated cheese really kills my stomach. Definitely grated cheese.
It might have been the grated cheese on pasta.
Yeah, grated cheese.
So
I
when
get-
it's cut into smaller pieces is when the cheese
No, when
damages
when
you?
it's literally grated cheese, it gives me the runs.
All right, let's.
Okay.
Everyone needs to know this.
I'm fascinated
Guys, we're
to
going
know the
live.
science behind that.
I don't know. I just get. That's why I don't have
We
grated
can
cheese.
look it up.
It's like, when you cut garlic, you actually, the more
Yeah.
you cut garlic, you increase the garlicness
Yeah.
of
You
it.
release its
So I wonder if
oils.
I wonder if it's the same thing with cheese. There's now more oil or
I don't know.
lactose or
It's being broken up more by the air.
I bet it.
Uh,
Yep.
there's
the
more
air. You know what it
surface.
is? It's air. That's what gives
No,
you the
there's
runs.
more surface
You breathe
exposed
less.
to air, and then more opportunity for bacteria to colonize it. I don't know what the.
And like ice
Yeah.
cream can get my stomach going.
Okay,
sometimes.
You shouldn't
guys,
grate ice cream.
Yeah, so
the female viewers at
moving
home,
right along
use
to our
single.
next
Well, you don't want to
topic.
hear about my stomach?
No, Evan, nobody wants
You
something.
asked me. This is stomach
Evan,
issues.
Evan, no, it's food issues.
She went a long time on her issues.
Food in the stomach.
Oh,
They get
yeah.
their
Guys,
hand in
before
it.
Her
Everyone
eggplants and
tunes
pies.
out.
But you don't want to hear about my
I want to know
issues?
how many times a day have
If
you
there's
I didn't
any
get
women
much
who
talk
don't-
about my scary
She went
movies.
20 minutes talking about eggplants and pies.
I went
you don't
over
want to hear.
time. I
Yeah,
didn't see
but
the
you don't
lunch
talk about what
hour.
happened
That was so
after,
hot,
Evan.
though. What
She
you're
didn't
saying
talk
is
about
like
it
disgusting.
Yeah, but Devin
Ooh, when I
was interactive
When I have
in my
grated
food
cheese,
issue.
I have to run to the
Okay,
bathroom.
so
And I,
It's like
so
somebody turned the
guys,
faucet on.
I think it's time
Women,
that we
he's
play
on
a
Tinder.
fun game. So I think we should probably skip our next topic because I feel like I know Evan's answer right
What?
now.
What's the next topic?
What's our next
Well,
topic?
now I'm interested.
Now I'm kind of
What?
curious.
Yeah, spill it, girl.
What was your worst breakup? Now, for me, I'm going to start off and share with how lucky I am. For those of you at home that don't know, I am divorced. And as thank you. My first husband, and I say first because I hope to have a forever
more,
husband one
right?
day.
Oh.
Just a forever. A forever.
You got to go with the rescue on that one.
That's what I'm thinking, maybe fun. The housebroken ones that know how to behave. But my first husband and I, we didn't have your typical divorce. We ended, he was a great friend to me. We lived year-round in the Hamptons. Our attorney was a friend of ours that would spend time with us at our home in the Hamptons throughout the summer. So she lived in Plainview. So my first husband drove me from Southampton so that we can have dinner with our attorney at a buddy's restaurant in Garden City. We went to our buddy Bobby's place, 7th Street Cafe, and we sat down and had a divorce dinner.
Aw.
And what'd you
He
eat?
drove so that I can have a decent bottle
That's
of
like a
wine with my
fantasy
meal,
divorce.
right? So that I can drink. He drove me
And so,
from Southampton to Garden City
I
and
mean,
back.
I don't even want to ask.
What'd you eat?
What? He's a keeper. Can I
Did
have
you
him?
guys have appetizers? I hope there was no grated cheese
no
on the
grated
table.
But I mean,
Michelle,
that's
enough about your divorce. What did you eat? I just have one thing I keep asking you. What did you eat?
Great, great.
Describe.
Divorce. What was on the menu?
What'd you eat?
But what was your worst breakup? Now,
You're not gonna say what you ate.
is it the one that I'm thinking of, the recent one?
Oh, we're going to me next? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. No, that's where we're going through. Okay, cool. My worst breakup. I'm going on a date with a chick next week to a skating rink, and she seems like a very volatile Latina lady, so I think it'll be there. She has knives. She has many knives, and I don't know how it's going to play out. So we will play that by ear. The other one, I got one time I took a girl to a Halloween show, and I got broken up with at the Halloween show.
Oh, the comedy show.
Yeah, it was a comedy show, and there's nothing worse than getting broken up with until you got broken up with dressed like Danny Zuko from Grease. It's just a little bit sadder.
Oh, was she
That
dressed
joke
like?
still never
Yeah.
works.
No, she
It
was.
worked. It killed it
She was
because
dressed
you
like
guys heard it
Sandy.
before. No, she didn't dress like Sandy. She just dressed like a woman breaking up with a guy dressed like Danny Zuko from Grease. It was really just one costume she chose.
You know what? Maybe
yeah.
it was on her bucket list to break up with John Travolta or Danny Zuko.
No, I think it was just on her bucket list to break up with an Italian dressed in all Greek.
Okay.
And that was right in front of me.
Well, so for me, my worst breakup.
Evan was the girl that broke up with me. Anyway.
Mine was I was really into this woman, and we hung out. We were really good friends. We had a lot of inside jokes, and she had said she didn't want to date me, and I was post first divorce. Not that I've had a second one. I'm looking for my forever divorce. But it'll be a rescue. But so we did everything. We were like each other's dates to like parties and weddings and everything. She tried to set me up with her sister. And so I was like, oh, what do you want to do? And so we went golfing on this date. And it sucked because it was two of my very good friends from growing up were the twosome in front of us. So we ended up actually playing with them. And we weren't vibing. Like, it was cool. It was having a good time golfing. She was a way better golfer than me. But, you know, we finished up. We went to a takeout Chinese place. We ate in there. And before...
You ate in the takeout spot?
Yeah. Well, you know, her parents lived in Smithtown. I was living in Port Jeff Station. And so we went to say goodbye, and we kissed, and it was like the worst kiss ever.
After takeout Chinese that you ate there?
Yeah, well, you know, I might have smoked a cigarette too after that,
should clean
just
the
to clean it up.
palate, yeah.
But so that was that. Then there was a night where the girl who I was really into, she was drunk and I was drunk, and we ended up fooling around.
Oh.
And it was
The sister?
Oh.
the original one that
The
I was.
sister, though.
Yes.
This is getting good.
Andy, you scoundrel.
It was great, but then
This is scandalous.
the next day, she freaked out and was like, "I can't do that. You went on a date with my sister," and I'm like, "Yeah, it wasn't really great with it. Like, but we're into each other.
Did you flip this into a threesome?
I wish I could have, but I found out a few months later that the sister I went on a date with was a lesbian. It hadn't come out yet.
Nice, buddy.
Yeah.
Boom.
You turned a lesbian.
She's still a lesbian.
And yes, it turns out she was closeted at the time and hadn't come out yet, and came out shortly after going on a golf date with me.
Yes.
So it was like kissing a bro.
So it was like a double breakup in a way. I didn't end up actually dating somebody who I was enjoying having time with, and I broke up with somebody who I did enjoy having time with.
So
Spending time
she
with.
ended up dating.
Her sister. It's so hot. The pictures are all over the internet. No, the other one's now a PhD video producer type, lives in Chicago, whatnot.
I've had a few of those too, where girls I've dated, they end up dating ladies. But I didn't see the signs like you should have seen.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Excuse me. Real quick, real fast. There's no signs like that. What world are we in? Let's not forget. The same year I was Miss Teen Long Island in 1998, I challenged my school board to play guys varsity lacrosse. So just because a woman may play a sport has no inkling of her sexual preference.
You play softball too?
No, I can't. But I like lacrosse. I kick ass in lacrosse. My favorite thing about golf
You will.
are the spirit girls.
Oh, you
Yeah,
guys,
like my drink.
hold on. That sound. It's time for the low tide lament. Does anybody have something that has pissed them off or made them angry this week?
Well,
Oh,
okay, so I'm trying to learn to teach myself to be a better, like, app worker, to have more technical knowledge, right?
sure.
So I'm getting, and I started this last time, I've been getting all these invitations to like a page. I'm like, well, okay, I'll like everyone's page, and I'm thinking, oh, they want me to like their page. Well, now I want my own page on Facebook.
As you should have your own page.
And I think I'm ready for that. I think I
Yeah.
have things, I don't know what I'll put on my page, but I want one. So I'm like going through Facebook and all the, and I want to write category comedy or comedian, but by accident I hit comedy club. Now I don't want to be known as a comedy club. I want to be known as a comedian. I could change pictures, I can change profiles, I can change the cover picture on my page, not my account, but my page. I can change everything, but I can't change I can't get rid of the word club. And when I do, I go to settings. I know.
No. I'm
Wait,
telling
wait.
you to delete it.
Well, no, I can't. No, I
Just
can't.
delete it.
I
You can't
tried
delete it.
that.
Hide it then and start a new one.
But wait, no, I know. I'm not doing that. That's cheating.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah. So this is how I spent the, I don't know, good 5 hours of my week watching the buffer go around. I'm like, okay, come on, save it. So you push save, and then it goes post saved or change saved, or and tonight I'm going home and I'm gonna nail that bat. I'm gonna nail that thing.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Naughty.
I'm gonna get it.
so naughty.
So that
naughty.
was my low tide, and
No.
I'll never get that time back. I'll never get that time.
That's true.
But you learn something from it.
True.
And the process, and you're showing that you have the tenacity to go through and stick with something once you start it. You could easily just give up, hide the page, start a new one.
Right, that would be
but you're
a better
gonna
choice.
persevere.
That would be a better way to go.
It could be, but you made the choice. Own the
She's
choice
trying
that
to
you
make
made.
this positive.
I
And you're like,
am.
no,
No.
not at all.
I've just been
I
like
wasted
turned all the
so
way
much
around.
time. I could
Michelle,
have
we
been. I
have
could have been
another subject
watching.
where we be positive. This is our negative time.
Right. Let
Let's
it be
get into
negative.
it.
Yeah.
Let's get
I
mean.
could have been-
Let's get angry.
I could have been doing laundry or watching Netflix.
My laundry broke. My laundry machine broke.
Oh no, you come.
Oh, here you go. Here's a
Low tide.
lament.
Low
This is
tide,
like
all right.
truly a
come to
lament.
my house.
What happened?
So, I mean, it happened a while ago because my mom's been doing my laundry.
So it was really just a low tide for your mom this
Right,
week.
yeah, your mom really hates it.
My mom had to take my laundry all the
Where's
way
Millie,
to the
right,
laundromat.
Millie? We should get Millie here and
Well, no.
She had to hand wash it with a rock by a river.
beating it on the
No,
rock.
she's actually. So wait.
And I
so
was watching Netflix, and then
back
it
in-
just didn't come back yet in time.
So back in August, my dryer broke, and we still haven't fixed it, but I rent. It's not my home. I don't own it. I'm a renter. But so my mom is like sends me a message that she's like, oh, leave your dirty laundry in your living room, and I'll come by and pick it up after I get out of work, and I'll wash your clothes for you. And I was just like, oh, okay. But, you know, like, no, Mom, I'll bring it over to you. Like, I'm happy enough that you're doing it. I don't want you to carry it. And then I get right on to, like, the Montour to drive here. And I realized that I forgot to bring my mom my laundry. And it's locked in my closet, so she couldn't even get it.
Well, here we are. We're gonna, because we can't end things in such a negative way.
No.
So now we have our high tide happy moment. So does anybody have a high tide happy moment? I mean,
No.
we were trying to help Adrienne out with making that a happy.
I've had a moment this week that kind of makes me want to, like, go down the hallway doing cartwheels.
Oh,
Ooh.
do tell, do
Right,
tell.
right?
Spill it, girl.
We love those
Yes.
cartwheel days. So it has been an incredible, like, honor for me that we've all been able to, like, get here and execute this, as this has been one of my fantasies to do. So it has really been like a high time moment for me that a group of 11 people can get together and dedicate themselves and their time.
Put aside our differences, our rivalries,
No, but like,
blood feuds.
you know, like, in reality, like, it's not that we have differences or rivalries. It's just that we all have, like, these agendas and, like, these goals that we want to achieve for our lives and or even our week and our days. And it just means so much to me
nothing.
that we can all take the time out
Right.
and get together.
Very nice.
Me and Evan have been in opposing gangs for 2 years. And we have stabbed each other many a times after one of these shows. Shot each other
The
almost
Jews
sometimes.
versus the half Puerto Rican, half Italian.
It's a classic rivalry.
This is not West Side Story.
First of all, this is not a race-related thing, but okay, now because I don't know. I know I'm Puerto Rican. I don't know why I'm doing this naturally. Why is this happening to me? I didn't even want to do it. That's the worst part of it. How did that happen? I don't know.
We're gonna have a dance with you and me.
You're living down to a stereotype.
Yep.
It's all-
So, I mean, I feel like somebody else has something heavier and bigger that's like a high tide moment.
Well, I would say that there's a high tide moment. One of my daughters is going to be performing in a local theater production, and she is over the moon about it, and it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, we need all the details.
So that's next week. It'll be next week.
Ooh.
That's
Shout out.
Good for Plajano's baby. Nice.
Yes.
Charlotte. It's Charlotte.
Good for baby Plajanes. All right. I don't know her name still.
Sweet baby Pajanis.
Not gonna remember her name, but okay.
Oh,
There's
Imagine.
Charlotte and Daphne.
Charlotte.
Weird thing. I'm the godfather to both of us kids. I still don't know their names. I still don't know. I still don't know.
But yeah.
Oh, and my high tide this week, I got messed up at a party in Jersey, and boy was it fun.
Oh, wait, I was
got
on the phone call.
housed. It was
Nice.
fun. We called you at one point.
Yes,
You called me.
I called you working over like timeline and details. It's
Yeah.
Saturday night. I'm at home working on my computer. You guys are partying in Jersey.
Yeah.
And we're like, Michelle, I don't care about this. We got angry drunk. We're like, oh, whatever.
I wasn't even drinking.
All right, guys. Well, that's just about all the time that we have for tonight. It's been great to have you all here. Thanks so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for any of the topics you'd like us to toss into the teapot of terror, send us a direct message on our Instagram, our Facebook, or shoot us an email at notnecessarilythehamptons@gmail.com. I'm Michelle McDonald. You guys have been great. Thanks so much. Until next time.
Bye, everybody.
See, in
Yes, hands. Woo.
1849.
So I'm really confused
About
by
what?
this.
About his